quick. Okay. So somebody asked for a favor in the Erie County District Attorney's Office. Somebody launched an illegal investigation against me. It could be because of my color. It could be because of my religion. It could be because of anything, right? I have people sitting outside my house, just sitting around. I don't know what was on their mind, but whatever was on their mind, they was out of line all the way and all the time. So they pulled me over. There's a cop that pulled me over. He didn't have no reason. You could tell that this is a lie. I got all of the paperwork and everything. It shows that this guy, did some things he shouldn't have did. He was all the way out of line. He shouldn't have did it. And so because he did that, I turn around and come to find out, the case was bogus. They asked me, they said, hey, they want you to plead guilty to a non-criminal disorderly conduct acting erratically. Well, there was no erratic action. They had a video cam. They tried to set me up. See, this is what happened. They tried to set me up, but because I knew they was trying to set me up, I let the setup occur, and I put something on me at all times so that when it happened, they would feel like they got the jackpot. You ain't got no reason to set me up. Stupid is as stupid does, right? So if you think I'm stupid, then let me just let you think I'm stupid. So this way you could find something, think you got something, but it's nothing, but you don't know. Yeah, we just taking you to jail. So I let it all play out the way it played out. And in the end, they said, well, we want you to plead guilty to a act of disorderly conduct, acting erratically. Who acts erratically? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think anybody who has ever, I don't think anybody who has ever seen me anywhere has ever seen me be erratic. I don't think that's real. That's not real. But when you live in an environment where you got a police station right at the damn corner, you used to mess with the captain of Buffalo Police, and then she says something about blacks and coloreds and how she would think that if they was in her neighborhood that, if they was in her neighborhood that she would find them to be suspicious. And we all know that this is the very reason why, you know what I'm saying? Her brother, my man, he lost his life because of racism. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like the only thing that she was in a position to do was to, try to get some kind of retribution, get some kind of, get back. You send somebody to set me up. Y'all work with multiple people. And because I knew that y'all was coming, of course, I could see the devil a mile away. So since I knew that that was to occur, I took a certain direction. I took a certain course. I took a certain approach to something. And it turned out to be just what I thought it was. Some Buffalo cop that says, for any reason, I'm going to pull you over because somebody sent me to pull you over, jack your shit up, see if I could set you up, see if I could do this. And this is a very sad thing. You got these groups and organizations that feel like, you're not important, not understanding that more important people than them are watching them. And then what? Everybody's supposed to just lay down? No. Actually, what it say when you run my name is to say, do not arrest or detain. That's what it say. That's exactly what it say. Do not arrest or detain. So for somebody to put handcuffs on me and then put me in jail, that tells me something. That tells me something. And there's, a lieutenant that works in this district who got ties to all types of organizations. Lieutenant for hire. This is a problem. And because this has, this has been fair, firm, and consistent, illegal 24 hours a day, but fair, firm, and consistent, because, somebody feel like, well, since I have a badge, I could just do whatever I want to do. And then when I get busted, I just cover it up in the courts. I just pull some strings and get something covered up, thinking that nobody is watching. I'm just gonna cover it up. You want to protect your own peace of mind. Make sure you mindful what come out your mouth when you let it come out your mouth. And then when you see that the district attorney himself, he did not even want to do it. He did not want to do it. He did it in such a way that it would be, you would not want to even be bothered with it. Something is attached to it. Acting erratically, I wish it was cameras in the court. But because I got the ability to go live and go wherever I want to, I can make sure that these things are recited 24 hours a day. But at the end of the day, like I said, and like I'm going to keep saying, man, it's kind of sad when you see that people don't have nothing else better to do but to cause corruption, tragedy, downfall, loss, undoing disasters, and people sit back and they condone it. Why would you condone something like that? I'm not condoning anything. I'm not condoning anything at any time that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? If it's wrong, then it's wrong. And if it's wrong, then you got to act like it's wrong. So there's a lot of people that's just going to find themselves in a situation um, where they get called in, hauled in, possibly hauled off on because somebody told these people to stop a long time ago and they didn't stop. They kept going. They wanted to keep trying to push a button, push a buzzer. They wanted the attention, so now they got the attention. But what was it that they were looking for? To be honest, you pull me over, you lie on me, and then you say, um, you know, all of the stuff you say. I mean, come on, man. They said, good. I don't got to set them up this time. We found something, and we're just gonna set them up with what we found. 24 hours a day. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? This is what we got going on. So I'm pleased to see that somebody has noticed this, and so that somebody is making some corrections quietly, passively. Some people are going to still try to think that they got a free pass and they don't. It's going to be cops that's going to go to lineup and they're going to leave lineup with fucking shit over their face to protect them from being arrested and being walked out of the fucking precinct to be booked downtown and be brought up in a federal court for racketeering corrupt organizations, RICO, taken down, or damn near all the city hall. This is what happens when you let something corrupt grow out of control. People say we're going to do this the way we want to do it and we're going to cover it up because we all work together. Well, now there's some time for some change. And I kept saying, maybe I need to run for mayor of Buffalo. Maybe I need to run for the governor of New York State. Maybe I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't buy me. You can run it by me, but you can't buy me. You can't do it like that. That doesn't work out. I don't do buyouts. I don't like buyouts. What do you get out the deal? And that buyout, what do you get out the deal? Is it really worth selling out? I don't think so. Hold on to whatever it is. Sit on it for a little while. See if it grows. That's the best I can say. But for everybody that's out there that heard what I said, ain't no such thing as acting erratic. Nobody was acting erratic. Nobody acts erratic. Who does that when you're a black man and you got a whole bunch of white police with their hand on their gun? Who acts erratic? Nobody does that. So just about that plea deal where it's discussing acting erratic, that's gonna get amended. That's gonna get amended, expunged. Somebody made a mistake, so in order to keep the peace, we got to go along with the program. But somebody gonna end up. See, everybody will not cover your lie. They won't do it. When you put trained professionals on top of people that's gonna get questioned about what these people did, they're not gonna lie for them. They're gonna be thinking about themselves. That's what they're gonna be thinking about. And because of that, well, I guess the rest It's something y'all will have to get either through the wavelengths directly, or you just gonna have to, don't believe me, just watch, okay? So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, peace.